defeat Earth.
Well,
Fiery missiles.
But I am tired!
Okay, take it out. Zen fiery missiles.
And Australia's still like, WTF, mate? Do you not know what we're referencing?
Wow.
Okay, we'll show you later. And or somebody post that link in the Discord, please. It's on YouTube. I watched it recently. Thank you.
all right.
Nox War, I feel like you got my back on this. If you're watching, I don't know.
All right, you guys have just exited the secret entrance, and take her away.
Okay, so the first thing would probably be like, do you know which way we need to go?
Yeah, so you would know that
Can
it's...
you like point rather than just showing us the map?
Wow. Do you not know how to read maps, Emma?
We have 4 options.
We need to move quickly. Just point in a direction and we will
I'll just
go.
start walking following the maps.
Okay, well, you guys can hear the sound of water, as it's pretty darn close.
I mean, I would know the direction
right.
with keen mind anyway.
So just a little bit to the north is you know where the river is.
Yeah. I'm a walking. I'm leading the way.
I'm a following.
Haha, you're a follower. You're a sheep.
Okay. After like a short 5 minutes of walking through some brush and whatnot, you're able to make it to the river's edge.
Well, that really wasn't far.
It wasn't. You guys are right next to the river.
Yeah, let's look around and see if we see any threats or just things in the immediate vicinity.
Okay, give me perception.
Also that.
Are we in the mountains?
Nope.
Or the forest?
Nah.
Okay. I mean, it was worth asking. I don't know where the hell we are.
Sure.
Okay, so you're walking through the woods.
You're walking through the forest mountains.
I get double proficiency. That's a 24.
So you're able to look. Looking around, you see that you don't see any guards like on the coast. You see a few like ships, kind of just going in. You can see that like the port of Bregold is pretty busy. It's a ways down from where you popped out, and then in the hold on. See if you can. Okay, natural 20. It's a very clear day, and you can see all the way through, and you can see Navut's port, where you have been before.
Wow, we really weren't.
I thought we were further.
You know, I kind of feel bad for ripping on the dragon so much. He got us pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, he's still an asshole, so I don't feel too bad, so whatever.
I mean, I didn't say I felt terrible. I said I kind of felt bad. How are we getting there?
Walking.
Over water?
I mean, we've done it
There's
before.
land next to the water.
We've also done it before.
True. That's how we got over there the first time.
Is that a thing we can...
Hey.
Yeah, I never got around to picking it, but yes, that was going to be one, knowing that we were going to be crossing a river. So yes.
Yay.
Do we just want to do that?
That seems to be the easiest.
Do I see... I mean, we're not, like, near a bridge or an outpost or anything like that. I did roll a 24, and then I feel like I didn't fully absorb what you said, so I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you can see the ports for Bregold, Navut, and being that I rolled natural 20, you could also see Lycentia in the far distance as well. So you're at the where the river comes south, and then another river joins it, and right on each of the coasts is major cities from each of the 3 different regions. So the traders, the elves, and then the empire all have cities that trade a lot back and forth. There are no like bridges though. The only real way is to cross right now is through a ship or something like that.
Okay.
Did we take a ferry over the first time?
No,
we water walked.
walked.
Because we were fleeing the Empire, which we are doing again.
Weird. I'm sensing a theme.
Right. There's a theme in Anna's life. I mean, I don't know about y'all. So, and there's not much activity out and about right now?
I mean, there's a couple like ships going by, like slowly every like 10 or so minutes, you'll
Mhm.
see like another ship. It's a well-traveled line. This is kind of like trade for like probably half of the continent, and the other half like sails all the way around and gets the other half. So
Mhm.
probably one of the busiest shipping areas there is.
Okay. So I think I think we should water walk, but I think we should like stay low and not visible.
I agree. Time it out to where one ship's gone and the other one's not within eyesight yet.
Okay. Does it look like I can sort of between us we can sort of suss out a safe crossing?
Yeah, I mean, coming like down the river towards towards the three cities, there's a lot less traffic there, and that's kind of where you guys are.
Okay.
So that like the river that joins the larger river, you could pretty easily come up with something like that.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Give me 10 minutes.
It's the time. 10 minutes later, it's past.
We all know how I need my spells. So we're ritual casting.
Yeah, so you take the time, you guys plan it, and walk over rather easily. It's not that difficult of a task from what you guys have done. So you can get to the coast of, I guess, the Elven lands.
Do they have a name other than just like the Elven lands? Like, is there a?
If you're looking for the city, it's Navut.
No,
Like
I meant
the
like
country or-
yeah, like we have the Thalamar Empire and we have the United Front.
The Ashenar.
Right.
The Azenar Empire.
Ashenar.
Okay.
Turns out he's the big bad the whole time.
What have you been doing here?
Why are there so many? Okay. All right, here we are. They're probably not going to be thrilled to see you.
They're not gonna be. We're gonna have to have this conversation to get him in too.
I mean, Navut isn't very far from where I grew up. I've been here before.
So you took an oath to a white dragon with us.
Uh-huh.
I think we're probably walking and talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you walking into the forest? Are you walking to Navut? You kind of showed up like on like a frontage road. Like you just kind of like remember how like the tree line was like clear and there's like a long like path
Yeah.
on the north and south. Well, it's a kind of the similar thing on the southern end as well.
I think just walking on the path. I mean, do we have anything that we're hiding from on the Elven
As
side?
far as I'm aware, except for the possibility of them thinking we went AWOL.
I mean, we did message them when we came back.
We did. I did forget about that. I cast a lot of those.
So, you took an oath involving a white dragon, which was sort of surprising that you were willing to sign on like that, but, you know.
Well, it's either that or be murdered by a dragon.
That's probably true. So, there's another oath that our group has taken that might also be required to keep going, but this one is less of a you'll die if you don't take it sort of situation.
You just won't get to keep going with us.
Well, when they tell me what the oath is, then I'll consider it then.
Okay. I just wanted to, like, prep you. They're not always friendly and they don't always explain what it is, but basically it's an oath that says that you won't tell any elven secrets, which is basically literally anything about the elves.
Well, I don't know anything about the elves, so the alternative is...
Well, anything
I
that
don't-
you
I don't
learn
see.
about the elves.
Right, no, I got you, but I'd rather learn it myself than never know it at all.
You hear this adaptability?
I don't like you.
Didn't you say you liked me, like, not too long? Whatever.
Alright, well, just prepping you for that. That'll probably be a requirement to keep going at some point. If
Okay.
they're still as organized as they were when we got here, we'll see.
from what you guys were saying earlier, it sounds like they need more help than not help. So
Truth. Yes.
I don't know if I should know that, but
Sorry, unrelated.
Alright, so you guys just keep going to the docks.
Yeah, just towards the city, I
I'm
guess.
trying to remember where we had to have the conversation before we even got brought in.
We had it here in the thing, and we need
no,
to find.
it was with the Thieves Guild.
it was
Like,
with
Thieves Guild told us that.
Hal Mathor Storm Song or whatever
Storm,
his name was.
what's his face? I wrote it.
Stormface.
Stormface. Yes, Stormface.
You
That's
know
definitely
that
his
guy.
name. I know I wrote this down. The question
have.
is, where?
Shadow Song?
Probably under the "do not talk about this" big secret.
Well, we didn't know that just yet.
Good news, it's not under there.
You guys are able to
Oh.
make it to the docks.
Yay.
Beltarian Storm Song
Yep, held Mathor Storm Song.
is Lord Commander.
Under that, I have Ildren is Beefcake Dude dash Wolf Elf.
Nice.
I don't know which part of that is disturbing. But
It's
some
also
part of
right.
it is.
It's really not.
I think
wrong.
it's the beefcake.
Beefcake Dude.
Written
Wolf
by
Elf.
Enna.
I mean, written by Jane.
Still.
Alright, no, this is
I
still
like
in
Wolf
secrets.
Elf. I want that to be my Halloween costume now. I know we're only a week out from it, but I want that to be my Halloween.
It's just a wolf with long ears. I mean,
Right.
it's not that big a deal.
No, it's an elf with a snout.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, so
So you guys start to smell kind of the pungent smell of like a trading area, you know. A lot of like goods come through
urine
here.
and seafood.
Yeah.
Gee,
Fish.
too bad we didn't decide to take our long rest here. Y'all could go relax at Keyleth's Inn. You do.
Have you been there?
That was a player.
I think I remember where we went. It was in the.
It was closer to where
Docks.
you. Wait, no.
It was in the. I thought it was in the dock area.
No, the
We
docks
found-
were for the first.
It's in the tree.
Yeah, we have to go.
Oh, I mean to get to the like battlefield. Yes.
What? No, what? No.
To talk to the like.
The dude we talked to, we would have been closer to the temples.
As a player, I am saying that we spoke to Raph.
Yeah.
I mean, so basically, Sai got you in. Typical.
Yeah, what will we do without him?
Nothing
Yeah, I
else,
go
which
straight
is-
from Ildren is Beefcake Dude dash Wolf Elf to a description of all the Hobgoblin leaders, so I did not write down the location of where we found them.
I thought
Okay.
it was.
So you guys hit the docks where you kind of headed. You somewhat remember it.
I was like, I'd remember. Wick
Yeah.
would remember. I
Right.
don't remember from like.
So you remember to the right then, as you're entering the
before my
docks,
show.
Because there's
Is-
the forest, the embassy, the tree, the
Is
docks,
it-
the residential area.
the rather large trading tree,
Yeah.
as you know, is called. To the left is where there are a lot of the inns and shops and such. Straight ahead is pretty much like the residential area, and then beyond like the inns is where there are the temples and
Yeah,
the embassy and stuff.
Yeah, that's where we went.
I thought we gained access to the Storm Song dude via the Thieves Guild and the docks area.
We gained access because we talked to the friend of the person that signed.
Drift?
Yeah.
Raph.
Raph?
Drith was the leader of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riff was the other person, which is the one who got us in.
Riff or Raph?
Riff.
Yeah. Okay. So Riff.
Riff got us in, but he didn't work for the Thieves Guild.
Can I have all this visual with that as information too?
Y'all, this was before my show.
All right, so I guess how much should I help? Because I mean I know all this stuff, so it's
Help
Wick
us,
would,
'cause they
Wick
would
would
remember.
know where stuff
I feel like I would
was.
remember if it was the Thieves Guild or not. But, like,
yeah.
I remember what quarter of the city we went to.
It
Because I
was
went with
it was
Sai
it was
basically
kind of
everywhere.
both. That's the way
Yeah,
you guys
that's-
worked it through, but then Sai scared away Riff, and then you guys went in through the Thieves Guild then, who kind
Yeah.
of got you the introduction.
I'm not wrong.
But it wasn't
Whoever
in
said
the
you were.
dock.
The Thieves Guild was based
The
in...
Thieves
You guys
Guild
kind of
was-
found some clues to where the Thieves Guild was in the docks,
Oh, that's what it was.
but then it led you back to the inn.
Got it, okay. I just remembered going to the dock area.
I thought we were talking about where we where we actually like made the oath and stuff.
Right, but we
That
had
was
to
in
get
the-
to him, and in order to get to him, we went to the Thieves Guild.
Okay, I thought we were
We know
trying
what
to
we're doing
go.
now. We're gonna do that.
Do we?
What are you gonna do?
Well, I didn't say what are we doing?
Do we know how to get back to the leader dude, Storm
That's
Song?
what I'm trying.
Like, do we know how to get there directly? Because my memory
I
is
mean,
of
you
going
could
through the
you
Thieves
could
Guild.
walk there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
Where
let's-
was
okay.
he? Was he at the embassy?
That was.
Yeah, he was
that
in the
In
embassy.
the embassy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was, like, hidden.
It wasn't hidden.
Good
it was
idea,
just,
Royce.
like-
Let's go to the embassy.
It was just like not like a place where you guys could just walk into.
Wick starts walking.
Okay. All right. So you walk through the docks. You
What
walk
does that ever stop to?
walk through the inns and shops, past the theater.
Yeah, I'm going to the embassy.
Okay. You see that there are a few guards stationed there. They just ignore you.
I feel like it's like the going to
The British.
yeah, you have to try to make them crack.
You see the training grounds, which are not surprisingly empty. And then on the other side of that is like where the embassy is. And stuff.
As we're walking through, does it seem like there are less people, more people, the same amount of people?
Because you did go out early in the morning at least one of the days you were here. So you
Mhm.
would have a comparison. Because you went out to get breakfast that one day at
Mhm.
the trading tree. Yeah.
Similar?
I remember that.
Okay, so there's not like a huge, like suddenly a huge influx or like everybody's suddenly leaving this area type of.
No, it seems like it's still relatively empty compared. So it was quite low population when you guys were there the first time
Yeah.
as well.
Okay. Then yeah, Wick will just keep walking to the embassy. And then...
Sure. You guys walk in and there are like two guards there, and then that's about it in there.
Hi.
Hello?
We need to talk to people.
To be specific, we need to talk to Heldmather Storm Song.
Oh, he's not here and not nearby.
Is he up at the front?
He
took the oath.
is not in the city.
Okay.
Altry?
Probably, possibly.
This
feel
guard's having a panic attack.
you feel a severe like a ping on your.
Oh.
Oh. Can you, like, close your ears or something?
Okay. Long story short, we've already been here, the three of us. We had a fourth person. Fourth person isn't with us, but we found him and we got thrown back to this plane, and now we need to get back to the front line. But he
You
needs
feel a ping as well. But
he needs
Can you just, like,
to
give
sign
us
the
a little bit of
oath.
space while we talk about some confidential stuff?
I don't know what's going on, but yes,
Thank you.
I'll go. I'm gonna be back at the trading tree.
Oh, you're going a distance.
You don't have to go that far. You just need to not be, like, in this room.
I'll be out there.
Thank you.
We've been at the front. Do I still get a ping or no?
let's see.
We've been at the front. We fought against the goblins and hobgoblins. We know Ildren. We've met Heldmather Stormsong. We need to speak to him.
Or somebody who can get our new compatriot in with us.
Well,
So that we can keep helping.
everyone is at the front line.
Is there anybody
We're
who
aware
can
of.
administer the oath?
Wick just turns and looks at Valchar.
Oh wow! It's another natural 20. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Wasting that.
Well,
We need to get an oath on him, and then we need to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
there might be somebody who can help facilitate. Try to go to the Wispy Vine and ask for Riff.
Of course, it's him. Okay. Thank you. And on the way out, we'll collect Royce.
Okay.
I'm out there like.
Alright. Thank you.
Just listening to
Hey.
earbuds, like, yeah.
Love this beat.
We got some instructions. Come on.
Okay.
Is that's the fancy one? No, that's the not fancy one.
It's the average one.
I thought I was the average one.
It's not the
The
one that called
truffled
them
rose was
homely.
the fancy one.
No, that's mine.
Okay.
Because there was the left key in.
The Wispy Vine is where we stayed. It was
Okay,
near
that
the
was
fire.
so.
Yeah.
You stayed at the left.
Yeah, I
key.
stayed at the left key, and you got the fancy one.
All right, so
That place.
you guys walk in. I'm assuming walk in.
Yeah.
Go there. Okay. Look around. You see the same well decorated elf in the corner, just kind of minding his own business, talking with some other individuals. See a few tables. It's overall decently empty in here. Jesus. Okay. Wow.
Third natural 20 in a row.
Not a natural 20, but high enough. For one of the tables, you see a white-haired elf that looks rather familiar. Just kind of, he's at the bar actually, just like drinking and kind of slumped.
But familiar, you mean
Over.
Riff?
No, not
Oh,
Riff.
okay. White-haired elf.
You,
Drith.
yeah, you'd remember as Drith.
Okay. I will, like, sidle up next to him at the bar, and I'll say 2 of what he's having.
Oh,
Hello there, friend.
Anna.
I come up next to you and I'm like, I'll have fun.
Okay, 3.
Sure.
Okay, should get him out. Anna. Wow. We lost all word of you all.
He hasn't taken the oath yet. We're.
He kind of looks at you
That's
a
why
little bit
we're
of
here, is
disdain.
to try and make that happen.
Humans. Okay. Well, I have some good news for you.
Can you say it
hold
in
on.
front of him?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
He rummages through his pockets and pulls out a sheet of paper. Well,
This I paid for. You're welcome.
he didn't though. So I actually have some pretty good information. I don't know where he is, but you and Sai are actually related. Yeah, he's actually your cousin. I feel like he would have known this. He
That
should have.
bastard.
I'm glad I'm dead.
I wish I was.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it says we were able to find that your mom ran away
Yeah.
and married a human and
Hence
had you.
Me, yeah.
But yeah, you share he's your cousin.
Well, that makes all of our jokes a lot more awkward.
I have he's your only surviving relative that we know.
How's it feel, Valchar? Look what you did.
But I don't know why he wouldn't have told you. I'm sure he would have known.
That is a mystery that we may never know the answer to.
Ask him.
He won't be returning.
Oh. Well,
His remains are with Ildren elsewhere.
oh. Well, I could show you some of his relatives who are, by extension, your relatives as well.
Sure.
I guess now's not really the time for that.
Do you have it written down, maybe?
Oh,
And I can just
yeah, I mean, well, I don't have the best directions. It's kind of hard to do that here, but
I hand it over to Wick and I say, would you mind putting that in your very confusing but marvelous brain for later?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Did you also want me to write it down? Just in case something happens to this very confusing but marvelous brain?
wow, you are all. What happened? This is not the group I remember.
So much.
The funnest character died, obviously.
Yeah, the most modest character died too. for
With
sure.
the most modest player.
Oh, no,
Wick
that's just-
will,
that's a
Wick will
little too
write it down
personal.
Okay.
in
No, I just played
her own-
myself.
Not the journal for the elves, but her own journal.
Okay.
Unless like something starts pinging.
Not really. It's
Size
kind of
that
nondescript.
held me through storms.
She does, when she writes Sai's name, she does write Sai, but then in parentheses she writes his real name. Because she has that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll pass the paper back to Emma.
I guess I don't really know what to say. I was hoping this would be happy.
I appreciate it.
Bittersweet.
I mean, you have to have known, right? In some way.
You guys were
Maybe.
really against the idea that you guys were married, which is understandable. One last time.
I mean, we got along, but I didn't. There's a lot to think about. Was he connected with his family at all? He was always such a
Oh yeah. Should we talk
Not
about
really.
lockbox for
Not that I was able to find it.
such a vault of info.
He kind of left his family behind pretty early on and
Do you know
some
why?
traveling. I didn't get that much information, and I can keep looking for you.
Should they be told?
It's a good question.
Did they? I mean, obviously Sai was not around them much lately, but I mean, the same can be said for me and my parents, and I know my parents would want to know if anything happened to me.
Where is his family?
Well, their emotions towards where the forest is. They're in there somewhere.
So maybe we'll find them.
Maybe we've already watched them die on the battlefield.
Do you need anything else of me? He looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Do you know where Riff is?
Riff?
Because we came here looking.
Why don't I go look for him for you? Why don't you wait here and I will leave you guys here and I will go.
Drith, I know you feel awkward, but please actually come back. We do need to speak to Riff.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wick will pull herself into like one of the bar stools.
And I'll, did they ever bring his drink or
Yeah,
whatever?
they would have brought the drinks.
I'll
throughout
give
the
him
thing.
the one that I'd ordered for myself and be like, on us. Thank you.
Thanks. I needed that.
You're telling me, buddy.
He walks out.
Excuse me.
Not to drift to the bartender.
Oh, yes.
I think a round of whiskey.
Okay. Round of whiskey.
Pong, pong, pong. Barely started with beer.
Did you take two?
No.
Oh.
Because he's like, I haven't started my beer. I'm like, well, did you have a second hand?
Hey. We need one more.
And mage hand.
So I'm gonna chug my beer and then sip on my whiskey.
Okay.
Wick will actually drink the whiskey.
Ooh.
Lightweight, get drunk.
Do you think that would
Constitution
require
check.
a constitution?
You want a
saving
constitution
throw?
check? Okay. Is it a
How
constitution
often?
check or she has had alcohol before. She just doesn't drink very often because she'd rather focus on writing.
Let's just do a saving throw. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
Because that'll give you additional.
Yeah. It'll give me my.
Not with that though.
Oh
that a nat one?
my
That's a 7.
You lightweight.
That is a 7 with
Oh,
my.
it's a
No,
7.
it's a 1. But that's
Oh.
a 7 with my con save. I've got a +6 con.
Whatever you want to say, but you're swaying a lot.
I think I should have had that a little slower.
Really? After one?
I think it's been
This is, I think, the most.
this many years since I had alcohol
Oh,
last.
dear.
No, you drank alcohol like. Didn't you drink some recently? Actually.
No, she hasn't had any.
I think she fake
Yeah.
drank.
She faked it a couple of times.
Okay, so and it's like, you just drank like a couple months ago. Like, what are you?
No, that wasn't real.
Do you want to stay this way? Or do you
Maybe
want to...
for a couple more minutes.
It is rather freeing, isn't it?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a
There's the 7.
6.
Which is
A
Well,
6.
It was
A
7,
6.
so it's a 6.
hunk fall out of your chair.
Luke just kind of lays on the ground.
This is why I don't drink. None.
No, that's the problem is you don't drink.
Does your head hurt? Are you okay?
My head feels like cotton.
Oh, that's intentional.
That's a way to explain it.
Is she okay? We've had a few dwarves and the like, and they can usually handle.
She
Not
just,
a
she
dwarf.
just doesn't drink very
I'm
much.
a gnome.
Well,
Just, it's fine.
okay.
I'm not kitty.
Oh, shouldn't have given you that.
Don't tell my boss.
Or the guards. I will lose my job.
I'll
She's not a
pound.
kid.
I will pound my whiskey.
Constitution saving throw. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if you want, I'll do
You have
it.
to roll over a natural 1.
Don't come at my life like this.
It was epic. It was a perfect natural 1.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. If I
And
could
you got rid of
imagine.
it on a drinking save.
After a couple minutes, she'll like sit up and she'll just kind of like tap you on the knee.
Lesser restoration.
Thank you.
Believes poison.
You feel better.
She's embarrassed now.
It's alright.
I remember my first drink.
That wasn't
I-
my first time drinking.
That's the funny part.
The first time drinking in how long? Now that you're not, now that you're admitting to faking drinking.
7 years.
I haven't not had a drink in 7 years since I was 9.
You drank
What
an
happened?
alien right before your fight.
I feel like you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
okay, I'm not crazy.
I blocked that out. I did
So,
better than handling it.
It's true.
You did end up putting yourself in a fight, though. So,
I mean,
Which you
I
did
was
well in.
already in the
And
Weird-
arguing
weird that
about
drinking
and
and
arguing
fighting
about
kinda goes
manager
hand in
rates.
hand.
kind of right.
Crazy.
This is why I don't drink.
You know, those of us who drink a lot, this doesn't happen every single time.
Another one for the lady. Drith has come back.
Which lady?
The pretty one.
Oof.
Hey,
So-
you're homemade.
Oh, I didn't think that one through.
Yeah, not at all.
Can I meant 2 drinks for the pretty ladies.
I'm
He
gonna
kind of
take,
looks
like,
around the
7
bar.
steps back.
Is this the bartender or is this Drith?
This is Drith.
Drith, if you're gonna be the leader of a thieves guild, you gotta be better at this.
Can I just have
I'm
my
not the
drink
leader.
be water,
Oh, who's the leader?
maybe with like mint or cucumber? Thank you.
He pulls a riff in front of him and just kind of like shrinks out of the bar.
That's probably the best thing you could have done.
As Drith, obviously.
Oh wow! And I thought I was awkward.
Yeah, there does seem to be an epidemic of that here. All right.
All right, where's that pesky one? Yeah, I don't want him to be beating me up again. He said never to be around
Riff.
again.
Riff. He's dead.
Oh.
And he's not coming back.
No.
Do
You think so? I know him better than all of you. Okay, well, what do you need?
Do you know about his family?
Oh. Yeah, so?
What about his family do you know?
Bunch of losers. That's why he left.
Should they...
Their relative just died.
Yeah.
Riff.
I don't think Sai would care.
They might. I would have.
What do you mean I would have? I don't think Sai would have cared. He wouldn't have wanted them to know.
Sounds about right. Really.
I think so. I
liked
think
his
the
secrets.
person who needed to know was close by.
Not that he
Oh.
told me any of the important stuff anyway.
You should have told me that from the start. If I'm that person that needs to know, shouldn't have just ambushed me like that.
I'm sorry for you.
Who are you?
He's
Hi,
the
I'm
reason
Royce.
we're here. Kind of.
He's the.
We need him to take the oath so that we can go back to doing what we were doing and not have to do things like this where I can't say anything and it gets hard and complicated.
Do you want me to step outside?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be talking about anything out here in the city, anyways.
We need
Good
to
to
go
know.
back in.
Ooh,
To
why?
go back in, we need him to
Riff,
take
we have
the
a
oath.
job. We haven't finished it yet. We need to go finish it. We need him to help us. We need him to take an oath. As far as I can tell, he's willing.
Okay.
What? I haven't heard it.
Well, I
Can you
can
explain?
I can try.
Oh boy.
I mean, we can always send a message.
I don't want to pull anybody back.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nobody here.
Let's try first, and then we'll.
Can you explain what the terms are and then try?
Yeah, don't say anything about what happens in the forest or you'll die.
It's pretty accurate.
That's my understanding of it.
So, like,
you can talk.
earlier there were a couple times where I said something and forgot that you were there and hadn't taken the oath, and I definitely felt. I knew I had messed up.
Forgot
You
that I was
know.
there.
Well, like, forgot that
We
like, somebody
couldn't
who
talk
didn't take the
about
oath
it
was
around
there.
you. So
Definitely
the thing
felt the
is,
thing.
we can
You
We
and
know.
you and I are gonna be friends.
we can talk about it with each other if there aren't other people around.
Okay.
But until you take the oath, we can't talk about it with
Well,
you.
unless someone's listening in that you don't know about.
We would find out. That would be a good way to find out real fast, though.
Well, I mean, you could also just die instantly too.
Okay, well, let's move past
Can
that
I-
one and.
Can I hear what the terms of the oath are, and then I will consider.
Um,
I can't.
they
happens in there.
Anything happens in there that you talk about, you'll just die.
And it's not just what happens in there, it's things that we may learn about the culture and lifestyles and people
Yeah,
of the elves that are in there.
and I'm not as good as Deltarian, so you know, you might not get a warning if I give you an oath.
Well,
So just be very careful.
And audibly face bombs.
We don't need a third dead body of.
I will.
I don't know how much
Can
more
you
about
can you
that
give me
take.
1 second before I take it?
A
Okay.
chance to think.
Yeah.
I got a night to think
I'm gonna-
about it.
I'm gonna go sit down.
All right, so you ready?
Hold on. I'm gonna go sit down.
Riff, come here. He's gonna go think about it. Why don't I buy you a drink? How's that sound?
Oh, I can afford my own drink. I'm not poor.
It's not because you're poor, it's showing
It's
of
because
friendship.
you're doing us a service, Riff. Can I... And giving him some space.
Huh.
I'm gonna go sit down at one of the tables.
What's your drink, Riff?
Oh, well, I kind of like this special little mixture where if you take a little bit of beer, a little bit of fire whiskey, and then you mix it with another different beer, and then you put a little bit of not fire whiskey, but it's kind of like this different liquor and alcohol that you kind of mix in. That's my drink.
What do you call it?
I can explain it to the... well, she knows. Hi. One of them on her. One of my drinks.
Hell, I'll try it. You want one?
I'm curious.
2 more. Of whatever the hell he's talking about.
Right away.
Thanks.
So while I'm over at the table, I'm gonna pull my weapon out and like
Who knows?
do a weird like meditation kind of thing.
Okay.
No, I did
And
that.
just kind of basically explain the terms and make sure that it doesn't contest with anything that my patron would want.
Okay. You get, throughout the whole thing, you don't get any... It's just kind of you and neutral. Like, there's no forces
No feelings
influencing
one way
or
or
anything.
another.
Right.
Okay.
When you come out of it, Wick is sitting across the table from you and just kind of like...
So like all my sword in my hands and just kind of be sitting there and just kind of.
And so, yeah, what do you think? You just hear that. So, yeah.
Is
Hey.
this like basically a Long Island?
It's
like...
disgusting. It's like, why would anyone drink this garbage?
I mean, it tastes effective.
Hey,
Yeah.
hold on.
It's
People
true.
drink Milwaukee's best, okay? let's keep our minds open.
See, it's kind of like the right percentage of getting drunk and then the right percentage of tasting.
Drunk.
Yeah, there's getting, yeah. So I drink this.
This explains so much. You know what? I think this is a little too advanced for me. So would you? Like
Oh,
the
because
rest
you're
of this?
like only half elf. You can't handle it like a full elf.
Half human.
Says size ghost.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
you know what? That's what it is, Riff. Here you go.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you can do it. You're a big, strong guy.
Anna's eyes are like on fire. She's so angry. She's like.
Hi.
Is she okay? Does she need
Steam coming out of her ears.
Does she need to use like a toilet or something? Does she always look like that?
First answer's no. Second answer's no.
Well, then what's wrong with her? What's wrong with you? You look like there's something wrong with you.
I'm good. It's just a half human.
You're not
thing.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
half.
I'm
Oh,
good.
sorry, I said half elf. Yeah, half human.
Yep.
You know. Okay. Well, what else is? It's.
High five the ghost.
Well, there's something wrong. Hey, little person.
I'm busy.
Your friend is like sick. What's wrong?
Ask the person who's good with medicine.
Who's that? Am I? Am I good with medicine? I'm not very
Belchar.
good.
Ask.
What you drink tastes like medicine, so sure.
Oh,
Now
you need
all
some
know
more?
why I wanted to kill him. It
Oh.
all makes sense now.
Okay, what's wrong with her? You're good with medicine, she says.
I might be good with medicine. It's not anything medicine's gonna take care of.
Oh, have to like put her down or something?
I do believe a lot of this has to do with the lack of being able to read a room.
Oh, she can't do that.
No.
Riff, drink your beer whiskey.
Oh no, I am. I got 2 now. Do you want
Okay.
one?
How about you drink one and I'll be over in a second. Just keep on drinking.
So what's
You know
wrong?
he
What's
might
up?
eventually cast the wrong spell for you, right?
Don't care.
What's
What's
up? If you're nervous about anything, I took a whole night to think about it when I was.
By the way, he starts to just slowly walk out of the bar.
Riff!
Oh, are you okay?
I'm fine. Can you please stay in this bar for
I'm
like
good.
a little bit longer?
Okay.
I talked it over. And we're good.
Okay.
I'm bored.
Riff, I'm ready to take that oath now.
Okay. Hold on.
If you roll a dice and roll a nat 1 and my character dies, I am gonna be mad. Just so you know. If this jackass kills me, Size Ghost is gonna come back and stab him in the eyeball.
Anna's pretty close to that too.
Well, can you get your friend to just relax or something?
Anna,
It's
Anna,
freaking me out.
Anna.
Anna, could you please relax?
It's why I
Anna,
keep.
hey,
It's why I keep wanting. I keep wanting to leave. I just want to leave. I don't.
Me
Alright,
too.
let's
I'm getting
go
nervous.
outside. Let's go outside. Come
okay,
on,
that
come on.
works.
Out
I was
here.
gonna take
Okay.
it outside.
Hold on. We need a napkin. Anna, can you hand me a napkin right over there? Oh, thank you.
Also,
Go
I have
walk
a
out.
name. I'm not little one. My name is
What's your
Wick.
name?
Can we
Wick.
stop talking to Riff for a second? Jesus.
Hi, Wick. Nice to meet you. I'm Riff.
Go.
This way. I'm gonna grab my other shirt and just.
Hey,
pull it outside.
hold on.
He's
Okay.
the worst character we've interacted with.
I
Besides
actually
maybe the
hate.
tax
No, I was gonna say
accountant.
I actually hate him more than the tax accountant.
Whoa.
That's
Shots fired.
That's not something.
Sorry, Riff. This is very important.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah, your friend. I know. Okay. Here is a piece of paper thing. So, do you have like something to sign it with, like a pen or something? Pen, like
um,
to write.
1 second. I'll
Okay.
go in and. Thank you.
Looks like halfway to the door with a pen.
Okay. I just sign it.
Okay. Just hold on 1 second.
Okay.
His eyes kind of like glaze over with like a light blue. And you see an actual true focus come over him.
Oh, finally.
He casts it and it hits and starts to encompass and flow over your body and then come back in and go through your hands and into the pen. And you hear inside your mind. This is inaudible.
What do you think of my drink?
By signing this, you cannot speak or reveal any information from inside the woods. Nothing can be revealed about the elven culture, about the elven people, about anything you learn inside. And if you do, it is punishable by death. By signing your name, you agree to this oath.
Ooh, flourish.
All right. You're just gonna like toss it up in the air, and it like goes up in flame.
Ooh, flash paper.
Okay. Well, should we go get some more drinks?
I think we need to get going. Elf business.
You're a human.
Yep.
None of you are elves.
Yep.
And that one is kind of.
Like half.
Well, she wanted to be called half human.
Yeah. I heard that.
Well, she said half human.
Yep.
I said half elf. I thought it was half elf.
Are you guys ready to go?
Yes, please.
We'll be back in a bit.
You want me to show you the way?
I know the way,
Okay.
but thank you
Well,
so much.
keep on,
Keep it on.
Wick. Keep on, Wick. Be safe, Wick.
Thank you, Riff.
That's my name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bye, tall medicine man. Bye, half human.
That's not good.
Bye,
Riff.
stranger.
Riff, for the record, it is half elf.
Oh, I thought you said half human.
I did in that moment, but it is generally half elf.
Okay.
If you meet another one of us, please say half elf.
Okay. Bye, half elf.
Fine.
There's a big smile on his face. Well, it was fun meeting you all again, and you for first time. Okay.
Thanks, Riff.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, just to make sure it all works. Elves, forest, frontline, tree.
Where are you doing this?
I'm like quiet, but in just outside the town.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I'm not hurting. Cool, let's go.
Cool.
We'll tell you more once we get in.
Yeah.
Actually, do you read?
Yeah. Do you not read? Well, we all read, right?
Let
I'm going to use my channel divinity and go invisible for 6 seconds.
I'm just imagining like,
She doesn't look angry or anything. She just looks very confused.
Yep, but there's a lot of awkwardness that Valchar has been watching, and I don't want any more of it.
You just see Voucher gone.
I just know not everybody can read.
oh, okay.
So I was making sure you could before I offered. Welcome back,
Again.
coward.
Yeah, I do though. Yeah, thank you.
Everything that we've gone through is in there. If you want to flip through it.
I'll flip through it as we
Do
walk.
you guys think Riff is like
Crazy?
indicative of the people Sai knew as a kid?
If he is, I can see why Sai left.
Right.
I can't wait till you meet Sai's family and they're the exact same. Oh, I know Sai. You know Sai?
Wait, Sai? I forget who Sai is.
Who's Sai?
I'm bored.
You're Sai. Would you like one of these drinks? Yeah, so I'll just be reading it as we walk.
And it's a concisely well written, except for like 2
Like
or 3
one paragraph.
pages that have like weird drawings and a couple paragraphs of the time when Wick was not with
Yeah,
the
like-
group.
I'm like reading and everything is like well put together and stuff, and then it's just like there were flowers, and then it goes back to being concise, and I'm like, is that-
There's
Wasn't
also
there-
a map of a fortress
Yeah,
with a description.
Because was it just papers that you had given?
Yeah, I gave you guys papers.
Oh,
we
and there's
stuck
a
them back.
diagram of a dragon turtle.
I had to
There,
mend it
yep.
back together.
Okay, so it's probably in,
Yeah,
it's in the book
it's
again.
back in the book.
So there's also a handwriting change.
Yeah,
Partway
there's
through.
like a page and a half of like a couple different pictures.
Is
of
there
handwriting.
like your attempts at like learning Goblin in there too?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Some random translated goblin words?
Are you swiping like on an iPad?
What languages?
And it's left. He doesn't like them.
Yeah, he's not matching. With,
What
the
languages do
dragon
you
turtle.
know? Do you know Gnomish?
I bet he knows
I
common.
don't. I know common.
There is some words in there that are not readable at all.
I'll skip those.
He swipes real left on those.
Just
Doesn't
a-
swipe up.
There's some.
That's a
notes
super
that are
like.
just-
I know.
Which
It's
I
the
only do
opposite.
accidentally.
So depending on how much time we have, I'll get up to a certain point.
Right.
So far.
So you guys are just heading into the woods and heading towards, remember, the
Yeah.
front lines.
Dust
We should
Haven?
maybe
No, Duskhaven is.
No, what's the town that's in there?
It was like
Dusk
empty
Wood.
last time we
Oh,
were there.
the town
That's
you
where
guys went
Vulin
to?
was.
But we took.
We're heading to
we
the
went
front line,
Yeah, we were
You
heading
guys-
to the front line.
Yeah, that was a different place, the front lines.
um
Fall Stride.
Wall Street.
we should probably give them a heads up. Somehow. No,
Can we
I
find?
shouldn't do
Can we
that.
find out where they are?
Yeah.
Who do you want to find out from?
I guess.
Vulin?
Vulin?
He's the only one that's here that we really know.
Right.
Yeah.
I will,
Besides the like librarian folk that you.
They're so nice.
I will cast sending. to Vulin, and I'll say, we're coming back from Navut. Where's your location?
Okay.
And status update.
Same place as before. Just get here. It's interesting.
So, that was an interesting response.
What did he say?
Same place. So, we're just going to head back to the front lines.
That's good.
Status was, get here, things are interesting.
I don't know whether that's interesting good or interesting bad or a mix.
Usually, in wartime, I would guess interesting is not worse.
The fact that the front line wasn't pushed one way or another, I guess.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Well,
How long would it take us to get there from where we are?
I think that would probably be about 4 or 5 hours.
that sounds about right.
No.
No, I'm trying to remember.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember spells.
Okay.
Because we rested in the other city. I forget I already forgot the name before.
False Stride.
You
Yeah.
used
Nope.
No,
water
the
walk
one we just
as
left.
a ritual.
Right, that's why I don't have that.
Oh, Bregold.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I'm like, I cast Water Walk, but I don't have the spell slot burned.
Yeah,
Ritual.
because
Thank
you
you.
ritual casting.
I'm fine.
Sure.
All right. Well, we
Should I
just
head there?
keep walking. I will keep an eye out for like if anything looks different. Like, does the environment look different? Does it look like different creatures have been through here? Like, just an eye out for any sort of developments. And I'm in the forest.
You are in the forest.
The forest.
I'll just
Like
be-
Alright.
the best forest.
I mean, that's easy enough throughout the time if you're just kind of looking at what's different. You already traveled this path. This portion all looks the same. I mean, this is south of the area, so you're relatively safe. You guys are able to make it to where you remember the front lines being about 4 or 5 after about 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
So you guys see kind of where the front lines were, and you see it's pretty deserted, but you're able to see like new additions that have been made, and then you can kind of like start following the path of where like they kept slowly moving up camp and whatnot.
So it's
Looks
been
like
moving
they're pushing
in
forward.
from.
Pushing forward.
Yeah. Well, that's a good sign.
That's really helpful. I guess Frostplane wasn't all for naught.
Now that we're like where the front lines are or used to be,
Yeah.
Wick pulls out her shield and has her rapier ready.
Okay.
Or short sword.
Yeah, I've probably got my bow ready too.
Did you never go grab your +1 weapon when
When
you
was
dropped it?
No, I would have grabbed that.
Okay.
I'll summon my weapon and just kind of hold it and my shield.
Oh, because
Okay.
you dropped it in the fight.
Yeah, but I would have gone and grabbed it.
3 gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just forgot about it because of the break.
Because it's a break.
So yeah, you guys will then, after 5 or 10 minutes, not that long, kind of slowly work your way through and get to a point where you see a few elves manning like an area. Just a few guards walking by and a few patrols. A few of them just approach you guys, weapons drawn.
Hail and well met.
We seek Vulan to speak to him.
Okay.
We have news of Ildren.
Ildren, you say. Okay. Follow us. They'll lead you up to where Vulan is. You enter a room. Vulan and a few of the commanders you guys might recognize, but you never really interacted with. Kind of in a command room. So as you enter, he goes, just give me a few minutes, and he walks out and kind of pushes you guys back outside again. Okay. Welcome back. I thought you were dead, and
We have some story to tell you.
he seems to be different.
That's part of the story.
We might as well just tell you everything. It's in case there's anything useful for you. And I think just kind of tell, like,
Yeah.
Like, take, like,
Every-
15 or 20 minutes and tell the story of, like, everything, and
Okay.
including everything about, like, the
The
dragon.
goblin-
I would maybe leave out the deal that we made with the dragon to get back. I might kind of gloss over that, but
We
other
made it
than
back.
that... Yeah, but other than that... And I would say, like... Yeah, like Ildren and the other elves. Like, we found frost elves. Ildren and the other elves are still there. We need to get back to them.
Run a lot of
So give me the.
captured elves.
You can just go quick. Give me the bullet points that you tell him.
We would talk about the goblin encampment that we found ourselves in,
Okay.
escaping from that.
Okay.
There's still frost elves. They're
To get to the
protecting the,
Black
was it the
tiefling.
Seldarine?
Seldarine.
Seldarine.
Yeah. Okay, so after you start mentioning that you make the first one, he's like, okay, hold on. He brings you into the room and gets everyone's attention, and then you can continue.
We would
Yeah.
talk
With
about getting to the frost plane, meeting the Seldarine, making the kind of deal with them where we would help them by getting out of their hair essentially after getting rid of the goblins.
Yeah. Particularly talk about what happened to the goblins after the tiefling died.
Yes.
And talk about...
Oh,
I would, like, mention the Albrechthanelar's, like, motives and interests.
and that he had teamed up with the goblins.
Mhm. Because he wanted Cryonax released and destroyed.
Let's see. Okay, well, how did you get back? Traveling planes isn't something that was even thought to be possible. And you've gone somewhere with one of our top commanders and soldiers and then returned without them?
We convinced the dragon that it was in his best interest to send us back. Because the goblins and the tiefling were going to turn on him. None of that is false. Well,
Okay. So why didn't you bring Ildren and everyone back as well?
we had a ticking clock wherein the dragon was either going to kill us or send us here.
How specific were you in the information about the Black Tiefling? Like what he did in the encounter and things?
Relatively specific. I don't know.
Because at one point he scried Sai's dead body and found the position of where he was. Do you?
I don't think we knew.
I don't know if we knew that.
too much of like what had happened with that.
It was just a way that he knew that
I mean, he
he knew the location and he knew.
Yeah.
he kind of told you a little bit, not in a straightforward way.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider that pertinent information to somebody who's like trying to defend their civilization.
Okay, well, can this Albrechthanelar person get us back to the Frost Plane? How do we get back and save our brethren, and what might come of the Frost Elves?
Well, there is a portal that we found beneath. Did we ever get a name for that place?
It would have been whatever. I
It
can't
would.
remember
It
the-
didn't
wasn't.
really have a name.
It was
Yeah, it was
Pupia's.
Pupia's.
Beneath Pupia's city.
Right. There's a connecting underground just tunnel that connects all of the cities into one.
We found
we found this.
We found an altar with the portal to the Frost Plane.
Okay. If
We
we
sort of
get
stumbled
there
into it.
again, will it bring you/us back?
Presumably.
So we need to do that. And it sounds like we need to get there to protect the Seldarine. Now.
Sooner rather than later would probably be better. However, after the Black Tiefling died, the goblins kind of...
It was like they came out of a trance. They had no idea how they even got there.
So the ones who were being sent might not have even made it there.
And suddenly they knew nothing about battle tactics or magic or advanced weaponry.
There was a brief time where, a couple days ago, where they just, all of them stopped,
Yeah.
and we were able to slaughter a good portion of them in the meantime.
Well, that answers the question of whether it had an effect on the other plane.
And then they came back after maybe an hour or two.
And that lends credence to either there is somebody who can do what the Black Tiefling did, or he
We
didn't
haven't
die.
seen the last of our Black Tiefling.
He did say we hadn't seen the last of him, or something
True.
along that line.
I would expect some sort of control spell like that. Once it's broken, it would have to be redone to everyone. I don't think I've ever seen a spell like that that would be able to break
Control that
temporarily.
many minds across planes.
And then when you are able to concentrate again, it revives it for everyone again.
Yes, random new guy.
I don't know everything that's going on
Who
here.
are you, by the way?
I'm Royce.
We would have
And-
mentioned how he came to join the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I took the oath.
I would hope so.
I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure we would have been dead otherwise.
One thing to consider is that without the help of the dragon, we don't know how we would have gotten out of there. So if we send all of the elves back through this portal somehow, we might not be able to get any of us back.
We also don't 100% know how the goblins were getting there. I don't know if they were using that same portal. They didn't follow us, as far as we could tell.
Okay, well, we know more than we did before. Do you all have any suggestion of what to do or recommendation based on your extensive knowledge of this frost plane?
You've got the map of the plane still, right? Were you drawing?
Yeah, but then...
Somebody told you to destroy it. Kieran or somebody.
Yeah, I think Wick destroyed it.
Okay,
She could easily redraw it.
right. I was just trying to think if there was a way to show them, like, so they're not going in blind like we did, if they do want to come in with us.
Well, you would have remembered the map.
Yeah, I would be
Yeah.
able to redraw it. And on something better than a journal paper. So it'd be like, if you have a spare piece of large parchment, I could draw the map of that I was working
Sure.
on.
Go ahead. He makes up your motions. Somebody gets ready and hands you a pen. It's very easily done here. They just like
Yeah.
pull it off the shelf and sit
Whip
down.
will just start drawing.
Maybe don't make a notion of where their encampment is, but point it out.
She'll draw everything that like it's like here's where this tower was, and like we got hit by a snowstorm here. There were caves here. Here's the cave we found.
The frozen
Here's where
lake.
we came in. Here's the lake.
Here's the
Right.
10 feet we got before we got exhausted. Here's the other 10 feet we got.
And like
Here's the monster that killed Sam.
Yeah.
that's just it. Is like she would note things like this is where we encountered this kind of a creature. So that would be actually on the map. Is like here's a creature that could sense movement rather than seeing us. Or here's where the dragon is, roughly, because she never made, like, she doesn't have the exact measurement for that.
Right.
There'd be dragons.
And here's where the goblin encampment was, implying that there would be another way to or from
Well,
the frost plane.
while this is happening, would you step outside quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back while she's making that. So I noticed a couple things in there.
Okay.
About the dragon that wasn't mentioned.
Yes.
So one thing to consider is that there are a couple entities there, all of which want Crynax back. There's the thing that's keeping hold over the thing that killed the black tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
There's the dragon. So, I mean, I did swear an oath, so like at some point we're gonna have to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not particularly happy about how we got back here.
But nobody's gonna let us back unless Cryonax is out. Anybody who's powerful enough to bring us back here. Anyways, just think about that.
I would rather die than see this destroyed. I'd rather die than see the Black Tiefling gain more power.
I agree, but if we all go back there, Krynex comes back anyways because they destroyed the All Tree. I read that in the journal. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. I'm just saying that like they should maybe know some of this.
I don't know.
I'm new to this whole thing, but I just want you to consider it.
Just think how it looks.
I understand, but I'm not going to do anything about it. But like this is something I'm new to this group, but like this is something we need to think about.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go back in.
Okay.
I will.
They're just kind of going over the map in specific details and getting this. So, all right. Now that you're all here, what is your plan to continue on? The only full elf is no longer with us. And when you told him about that whole thing, it seemed to just not even faze him at all that Sai's gone. He's seen enough loss that it doesn't bother him anymore. So he says it very nonchalant. Are you planning to continue with this? Are you leaving? Or are you willing to go and show us how to get to this frost plane so we can hopefully save Ildren and the like and come back?
I do think that we should show where that portal is and whether or not if it's still active or not. However, I think it would be a bad idea to send everyone through. You're still fighting a front.
Oh,
here.
we can't send everyone through, but we can. We need to send a few. We need to. From what it sounds like that is a very dangerous thing that was mentioned, and that if the Seldarian seal is broken, and Krynax is released, it could be complete devastation to this plane.
It's very much a dire situation, and a lot of it does come from the frost plane.
And that to me, needs to be protected over everything, even here.
I will let you make that decision. I just don't want to have you make that decision without all the information.
That's fine. Thank you for providing everything. We will do what we can, and we're just wondering what role you will all play. We don't have a lot of time.
We're definitely going to see through what we've agreed upon. We found the frost plane, and we've left people there. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get them back. It's just a matter of how.
Okay, good. Rest. Get ready. Prepare. I guess get some warm clothes if you don't have any.
Yeah.
Actually, we do.
That's
Somewhat.
very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. I cannot describe the cold there. It's beyond anything I've ever experienced in the mountains or anything.
If you had to guess the number of soldiers we need to bring through, do you have anything?
Depends on if you're trying to take on either an Archon or Alberthenalar. It's less about number of soldiers and more about do you have even one person who can stand up to that. Alberthenalar is ancient, thousands of years old. And the Archon is the one who killed the Black Tiefling.
Which, as we were fighting, we barely did a dent, it seemed.
Contributed, but
Yes.
yeah.
But if you bring an army over, you're gonna have to provide food and
There's
warmth,
no
and like for an entire army, that'd be almost impossible unless you have what the goblins have, which is a way to get there and back regularly.
the frost elves are barely scraping by on moss and eating their own dead when they need to. That's how bad a situation it is.
So if you go through, hopefully you have people who can create food, create water, go in with all the warm clothing you can get. That was a way that we kept by, was a lot of, I was able to create food for us, and even the frost elves, they were able to split up what normally feeds 15 people amongst like 40 to 50 of them.
And they will run out of food
Mm-hmm.
sooner rather than later.
It's not a great situation over there.
We'll deliberate. We'll get something going.
Out of character, how long has it been since I died? In days? How many days?
You said it had been 11 days that we were gone, I think.
Yeah.
Like
in the material plane, right?
Yeah.
He died
The session before the last one there.
probably in the middle-ish.
No, he died like near the end because we basically did that.
It
and
was
then
like,
went
I mean,
back,
at most
and then-
2 days.
and then went to the goblin encampment.
I think we had 2 long rests.
It's probably
after
about
he died.
4 days then have passed.
If you could decide sooner rather than later, we might be able to do some more good. We have the gem. I don't know if anybody
That doesn't
knows the spell though.
that doesn't trump the needs of the whole.
Oh, we have hundreds of soldiers on the ground that our encampment is on here. If you want to help them, if you can, do it. We will figure out what we can provide. But it sounds like you are willing to go back. You will probably be in charge of leading the expedition, so what you need from us, go deliberate amongst yourselves. Let us know. And we are going to continue pushing as hard as we can. We're close to doing an all-out offensive to wipe out all. Maybe our only chance. But we have to protect the All Tree. This may be the best way. Okay, well, thank you for this information. The guards down there will see to you that you have a place to stay. Rest, recover, deliberate, and let us know.
Sorry for the bad news.
Overall, that sounds like really good news. At least we know more information than we knew before.
Okay.
Okay.
See you soon.
Yep, thank you. He goes back to talking with the other generals.
Once we're all alone, like we go to the room.
Yeah, so they'll lead you to your room. Yeah.
So, just a small, teensy weensy little thought. We go back there?
The dragon kills us.
Uh-huh.
That's part of what we were talking about.
Maybe that's what we deserve after the deal we made.
It's all bonus time up until we're dead.
Anna, if we hadn't made that deal, we would have died. This information wouldn't have gotten anywhere. And who knows what else would have happened. Everybody on the Frost Plane would have been stuck. And I mean, I know they're still stuck, but they have a chance of being rescued now. But we made a deal with someone who is very powerful.
That's part of what we were talking about out here.
And if we go back without even attempting our end of the deal, we won't make it off that Frost Plane.
And neither will the elves.
Exactly.
This is a crazy thought, but does the dragon have any chance against Cryonax?
Based on what I saw from a power struggle, it looked like the dragon is understanding that he is lower than Cryonax. That's why he wants Cryonax destroyed. And it's not him who's going to do that. That was my understanding from what that conversation was.
It seemed like he was on the level with the Archons with their backup.
I mean, not to be the bringer of bad news, but it seems like if we go back, we die. If we don't go back, we die anyways. Because eventually the dragon's going to come looking for us.
And obviously the dragon can pass through planes.
I hate to bring this up, but the only people who can help us with this are in there, and we didn't even tell them.
One of you piped up, you could have.
That's why I said we.
If that was something you felt strongly about, you could have said something.
Said what? We made a deal with a dragon to release the thing that you sent us there to not release, so that we could kill the thing, so that the dragon could have the Frost Plane, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure if the dragon had the Frost Plane, he wouldn't be too keen on letting the Seldarine stay there.
While leaving behind some of their...
If Cryonax is destroyed, it doesn't matter. If the Seldarine don't need to stay there anymore, if Cryonax is gone.
You realize that the process of releasing and destroying Cryonax could end the material plane, right? Like, that's the level that we're at.
I understand that. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but like we all made the oath, and if the plan from the beginning was just to not go through with it, I get that, but it is something that we're going to have to face one way or the other, especially if we go back. That is a lot sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
For all of us, whether we like it or not.
Anybody that we bring with us will share the same target on their heads that we will have.
So, are we saying we go without anyone else? Are we saying we don't go? Are we saying we send the elves and don't go?
Can we even get back to the portal?
Well, that would be easier. Or that's the easy part, I think.
Do we know how to get there? We were all knocked unconscious.
Well, we know how to get to where we got to that point.
The, like, crossroads area?
It wasn't even a crossroads. It was where her fortress should have been.
No, I mean the, like, area...
Oh, below.
Yeah, the tunnels.
The elves mentioned that they're aware of the tunnels.
Yeah.
They don't know the specific one you guys are talking about, but they're aware of the tunnels and
Like
and
they
have
would know a way in.
Well, they have a basic rough map of it. And
I think
It could be pieced together, but
Right.
at the moment we don't have the tools to get there, tomorrow.
I feel like I'm saying a lot of crazy stuff, so I'm gonna stop saying this is gonna sound crazy. But what is Cryanax? Is it just a god?
I think he's like a head honcho ice guy.
That would have been pretty early on in the book too, like a description and
Right.
the
I
little
didn't get
lore,
that far, so.
the little lore that
Yeah.
she had.
Can you show me where that's written?
It would have been right there.
Okay.
An arc elemental, right? Basically a demigod.
Well,
He's powerful and dangerous.
And
Them?
unpredictable, it seems. Well, not unpredictable, but
Actually, rather predictable.
volatile, maybe?
Volatile, yes,
Yeah.
but predictable, which could potentially be used to our advantage, but not easily and not without costing us.
And
looking.
at a scale where differentiating between Empire and Elf, or honestly maybe even this half of the plane versus that half of the plane, is irrelevant to him.
Which could be used to our advantage, but again, puts things in a dangerous...
There is something in here. It looks like the other arc elementals don't like Cryanax very much.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that's what we were told. I don't know how true that is. It's coming from fairy tales, essentially.
Right, but, I mean...
They didn't support him in what he was doing.
If we can get the other arc elementals together, which I know, it sounds crazy,
Welcome to our life.
that would be a way to take care of Cryanax and then let us go back because we fulfilled our end of the bargain. We saved the elves and we can get the rest of the elves back.
I like the way you're thinking.
However, is the Eltree not powered by Cryanax? What happens if Cryanax is gone?
I mean, didn't the elves literally just tell us that there are things more important to them? So maybe...
But it was preserving Cryanax in his current form.
A fraction of Cryanax.
So maybe they'd be willing to give up the tree if it means keeping these great heroes safe.
I know the Eltree is significant. I don't know to what extent.
I thought it was basically everything.
But that's why they're fighting a war over it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And so just one correction or something I'd like to jump in. For your, the elementals were all aligned together.
Yeah.
They were just not as extreme in their methods as the Frostplane.
Okay.
So they all align and they all attack the material plane.
Okay.
But the others didn't go themselves. They sent strong individuals, where Cryanax himself went.
Okay.
So all the other demigods of the Arco Elementals didn't go themselves.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I wanted to correct from that conversation.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Yep. But we can pause it there, unless anybody wants to do anything.
Commit seppuku.
Come back in 2 weeks with the... I personally love it. I think it's great. I don't know if you guys enjoy it.
Gods, demigods, and ancient dragons.
All at level 9.
And
Hoorah.
accidentally betraying some elves.
Betraying's a harsh word.
That's how we're gonna end it. See you later, guys.
Hashtag